Hey, good morning, guys. It is now 6:15 a.m. I'm not a morning person. Got to the hotel last night at, oh goodness, it was 12:45. We had just finished wrapping up the week at the Helen Home Destination OG with my friend Matt Mormon and Rusty Minch at Matt's place. Had an amazing week there. If you haven't seen the vlogs, I know they're long, but we had a blast setting up a full JTR system in Matt's theater room, getting that dialed in. We went off-roading, which was amazing. And so just all kinds of fun stuff. But today we're going to be headed over to Atlanta Home Theater to visit my friend Alex Evans. He owns Atlanta Home Theater. But I was invited at CEDIA 2024 by Patrick Siebert. Patrick, appreciate you, brother. Patrick is with JVC. Patrick and I have had a great relationship probably over the past, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, maybe even a little bit longer. And Patrick at CEDIA 2024, he asked me if I could stop by the booth after I'd filmed them. He said, Michael, I've got a cool opportunity. He said, I can't tell you all the details yet, but, and we're still working with them to finalize it, make sure this thing's gonna happen. But I have an interview with the ViewPoint with Dennis Quaid, and it's about home theater and how home theater is changing and allowing families to get that cinematic experience but in their own home. And he said, I couldn't think of anybody better to have as my sidekick for this interview. And so, man, I am just super grateful. God has allowed me to have some really cool opportunities over this past 7 years, and every opportunity I'm just thankful. I'm grateful. Grateful for you guys that watch the videos. I'm grateful for the brands that I get to work with, the brands that I love, the brands that make these amazing home theater products. I get the opportunity to hang out with two guys that are as crazy and obsessed with home theater as I am. They're believers, Christians. They have like faith, and they're just good guys to hang around. And so I love surrounding myself with good people. And Patrick and Jamie, I'm meeting them downstairs in about 10 minutes to grab breakfast, and then we're gonna head over. Two great people. And so it's cool, man, to have the opportunity just to, I don't know, just share my crazy passion and obsession for home theater, and to tell my story along the way, and to bring you guys along for my journey, my personal journey, my business journey. Today I wish I could just rock my obsessed home theater, but they asked if we carried or wore something kind of just plain, so I'm gonna hide it under my little polo back there, but I'll be representing. So love and appreciate you guys. We're gonna head on downstairs. I'm gonna bring you along for the ride. I figure, you know what, I'm kind of getting used to talking to a camera like this, and just give you the raw deal, unedited for the most part. We just trim off the fat, trim off the front and the back, and just let her rip. And so I'm excited about today, so let's see what it's all about. So we had breakfast this morning with Jamie and Patrick, so we are headed right here to Atlanta Home Theater. I'm excited, man. Alex is a great guy. He's got a beautiful showroom. It's pretty much a mansion that they use as a showroom, so we're almost there. All right, we're here at Atlanta Home Theater. My favorite people right there, Jamie and Patrick. This is some nasty, nasty weather.
Yeah, it's awful.
Patrick, you need help with anything?
I'd like to be taller and skinnier.
Taller and skinnier, man.
Yeah, can you think of that?
Yeah, not in video. In Photoshop maybe, but not in video. I'm not that good. Have y'all been here before?
I have not. Patrick has.
Bro, it's beautiful. They've got an incredible system. They just bought this mansion. I don't know how big it is, but it's brought a little sweatshirt in here just to make sure that I don't freeze my butt off. Look at this, guys. We did a home theater tour, not a home theater, but did a tour of this place several years ago. Alex, the new owner, we did his home theater tour, and So here we are at Atlanta Home Theater. This place is beautiful, massive mansion. We filmed Alex's home theater tour a couple years ago, and then he ended up buying the business. So it's gorgeous, and I know he's made some massive upgrades here. So we'll bring you along for the ride. Hey, good morning.
Patrick, nice to meet you.
How are you, Michael?
Nice to meet you, Will.
Nice to meet you, Will.
Jamie.
Nice to meet you.
How are you?
Doing all right.
Good.
We have the director right over there now.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
Appreciate it. So we'll be in this massive theater room. Check this out.
Thomas, morning.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. How are you doing?
Doing great. Good morning.
Good morning.
How's it going?
Michael.
Thomas. Nice to
Hey,
meet you,
Thomas.
Michael.
Hey, Thomas. Jamie, how are
Yes,
you?
good to see you,
Nice
Jamie.
That's
This is
good.
Gabby. This is
Hey, Gabby, how are you? Pleasure to meet you.
What a wonderful location this is.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't this cool?
We just got the tour upstairs and
Oh, did you?
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
This place is amazing.
Man, every room is just like something completely different.
Yeah. I think the reality is they wanted to just provide different scales. Like, man, this is a massive dedicated theater room.
Yeah, they're saying this is all like real limestone
Yeah.
up on the ceilings and on the pillars and everything like that. Well, right now we're just figuring out frame, and then we're gonna start lighting the scene.
There you go.
Do you need us out here?
No, you guys are good to hang out wherever.
Okay.
She set up breakfast for us and everything.
Yes,
Alright, cool.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
She was super accommodating, super nice.
absolutely.
Did you guys eat? Are you gonna
No, we
eat?
didn't. We just brought in all the equipment, and
Okay,
we just
perfect.
want to figure out frame, and then we're gonna start lighting it. We're trying to get this projector, one of your projectors, like in the background of
Okay.
the interview. Just trying
Yeah.
to figure out because the way that this is positioned. So we're just doing a little
Nice.
testing on our end.
Okay, perfect. We'll stay out of your way.
Are you going to get a lot of B-roll from the rest of the building or no?
Yeah. Well, as far as obviously I'm running at the projector. As far as the other movie room right there, that's not your projector. We found out, and then there's the listening room. And we went upstairs to the second floor. There's like a couple different, not necessarily movie rooms. They're more like experiential.
Yeah, probably two-channel listening rooms.
Yes,
maybe.
exactly. There was like a golf simulator room.
Yeah, yeah.
First simulator.
Oh man,
Isn't that
was
cool?
Super cool.
Yeah.
The race car simulator, and then
But I didn't know if you would be able to grab more B-roll just for the other stuff that you might need. I mean, not necessarily for the JVC stuff, but
just like random stuff. Yeah. Well, no, we want to make sure we capitalize off of or maximize our time with you guys. So,
Okay.
well, even after we get done with your interviews, if we could shoot some light B-roll. So, essentially, what we would doing, we'd be faking some scenes of you guys in the workplace or just in your everyday lives. Like, for instance, a walk and talk, the two of you walking down the hallway having a conversation. We don't record any audio. It's just so that we have visuals that can complement some sound bites that we capture in your interviews.
Awesome.
That would be great.
Awesome.
perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Oh yeah, you guys remember this room? So this is the Ascendo. Got the Black Swans. You got the 50-inch. Patrick, how tall are you?
5'7".
Walk up there.
You know, I'm
Just
five-
for-
I'm
just for
5'8"
scale.
I'm 5'8" on a good day, Mike.
There you go. Check this out.
After stretching and a full workout, I can be almost 5'8". But otherwise, I'm only 5'7".
So Patrick was the one that invited me to this event, and so they were invited. So we're here at the ViewPoint. Is that what it's called?
For ViewPoint with Dennis Quaid.
Yeah.
Viewpoint with Dennis Quaid, yeah.
So my understanding is the main video is about like automation, and I know here at Atlanta Home Theater they've got a lot of automation. Control 4. They're a dealer for all the brands that they carry. They basically bought this beautiful, probably multi-million-dollar building, converted this to a showroom, so you can come up here by appointment only, and you can listen to the Black Swans. You can see JVC in action. You can see all kinds of stuff that they sell and they deal. And Alex is just a super guy. But this is gonna be a fun day. I'll be honest, I'm a little nervous.
Michael doesn't get nervous. He's trying. You know what? He's being humble because Michael doesn't get nervous.
No, you can feel my heart rate. I'm a little nervous, but hey, we're gonna have fun, man, and we want to bring you along for the ride.
Yes.
Mistakes only make us stronger.
True, for sure. All right, so they got breakfast for us here. Will's over here getting all the lighting, getting us set up. He's gonna make us look good on camera. They got all their camera gear. It's gonna be fun. So this is like their rack right here. Now normally this is all lit up. It's like blue.
Yeah,
Man, they
probably.
got super high end stuff. And I think, yeah, I do. I remember it. Check this out.
Fancy.
Yeah, so this is like behind. Camera's gonna be really rough to get a view in there. It's kind of like a, not really a, well, it's kind of like a server room. That's like all the control 4 stuff. Yeah, everywhere. I mean, even in the bathroom.
Yeah, fancy.
Check that out.
Oh, gosh.
This thing has a subwoofer. Where's it at?
In the bathroom?
Yeah, dead serious. This is a, look at this. This is a TV.
Yeah, I see that.
So, I want to say, I don't remember where it is, but there's speakers in here. That was custom made up there.
Yeah, I bet.
There's a local artist that painted it.
Painted it? That's amazing.
It was awesome, but there's some subwoofer in here.
I'm sure.
So you can, oh, here we go. So you got speakers here.
Yeah.
So imagine shaving or brushing your teeth. You got this cool music going.
Yeah.
And we'll head upstairs. But Alex has just done a beautiful job of just opening up a space. It's so inviting. Oh man, they made some changes since the last time I've been here. Look at this. Morning, guys. How
are you?
Good to see y'all.
Jamie. Thank you.
Check out this showroom. So just every room in this entire mansion just has a different setup. So we got Macintosh speakers, all the Macintosh gear. A little 2-channel setup here, some bookshelf speakers, turntable. Then you walk into just another gorgeous room. So beautifully decorated.
They definitely changed this room since I was here.
Yeah, that's the thing. They made it so many changes. So up here we got speakers right there. Another one there. Another one there. So this may be like their conference room here. So now you got this ornate stairs here. But check out this space, guys. So this is kind of representative of, you know, your living room, but they've got some, I forget what lighting they use here, but what they were saying to me is during different parts of the day, so you know our sun changes, or the, I guess the outdoor color temperature of the lighting changes throughout the day. So when it starts getting near dark, these lights will actually change so that your brain goes, oh, it's getting darker. And I think in here is a gaming sim racing rig. That's super cool. And then they've got another 2-channel setup in there. We got Wisdom audio speakers up here. Some hidden ceilings. Patrick's going to show us how good he is right here.
Actually, Jamie's the pro at golf.
Are you really?
I don't even pick up.
Golf,
I don't even pick up a club if she's in the room.
Yeah, nah, I can't even do putt-putt golf. But look at this, man. This is crazy.
This is huge.
Yeah.
Last time I was here, I stayed here for 3 days. Didn't even notice I was here.
Yeah.
I just went from couch to couch sleeping. Starting back from the beginning of time, there's always been this great storytelling that happens among people. And that's how we learn, and that's how we understand, and that's how we can relate to each other. Home theater provides that all in this 2.5-hour moment that you get to spend with people that you love. And one of the major benefits of a home theater, as opposed to actually going out to a movie theater, is being able to gather those friends and family that are close to you in an intimate experience. And you don't have to worry about somebody that came in late, or they dropped their popcorn, or there's a kid crying, or more importantly, someone coughing. You know, who knows what they have. But it'd be nice to have just your friends, just your family, and share that intimate moment. It's a whole lot easier to express that intimacy that you would normally have during the course of a really amazing movie or a really amazing story when you're private, when you're at home, when you're sitting on your own couch. And home theaters aren't just limited to the theater experience or a movie experience. You can play video games, especially now with all this laser technology from our projectors. You can do 20,000 hours on those projectors, and you don't mind if, you know, your son or even you put a 10 or 12 or 15 hours in one video game in one session. And all-day sporting events. Who doesn't want to sit down and watch 8 hours of football on a Sunday on a huge screen with amazing color, an experience that you don't get with just a flat panel or a small TV? With JVC's DILA technology, it's going to give you even better contrast than most of our competitors. Some of our projectors can do up to 150,000 to 1 native contrast ratio, and we're working on increasing that number all of the time. It's all about the camera angle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the camera apparently adds on pounds, but it doesn't add on height.
No.
It's the disadvantage.
Okay, now you make me really self-conscious. I gotta suck in big time. And they come into my home and they experience sometimes a big, massive image on the projection screen. They're used to having a 98-inch or a 65-inch TV, and so they get to see this big, massive, immersive screen, and they didn't realize what they're missing from the TV. When you have a dedicated space that, especially when you have a projection image, this takes it to a whole new level when you're watching a movie in your own home. When you're watching a TV, I always felt like I was looking at the movie. When you walk into my theater room though, you're in the movie. You're kicked back, relaxed, the lights are dim, the image is wall to wall in my theater room, and so you get to experience the movie, you get to be immersed in the sound and the audio and the video and the visual aspect. And people don't realize that with a projector, you can get an absolutely breathtaking image, not just for TVs, but this takes it to a whole new level for that movie watching experience. A question I often get asked is, Michael, should I go with a TV? Should I go with a projector? With the TV, there's several, to me, disadvantages. One of the disadvantages with a TV is the size. We know TVs are getting larger, but even a 100-inch or 115-inch TV cannot give you that same immersive experience that you get with a full projected image. The other benefit to me is the TV is an emitted image. So that image is coming from the TV. Problem is when we go outside, everything is reflected light. So the projector has a more natural beauty to it. It has a more natural of what our brain sees and interprets. Even in this room here, we've got reflected light, and that's how we view the real world. So the projector, to me, provides that more natural experience than a TV ever could provide. And I know that kind of goes into that other question maybe down the road.
It absolutely does. Yeah, so that was great. That's going to bounce off really well with what we captured earlier as well. So if, I know that you said like you're not the tech guy, you're one of the enthusiasts, but if we were talking directly to JVC now, their projectors, their laser projectors, what makes them so special?
So one thing I love about JVC, I've actually owned 3 different JVC projectors over the past probably 7 years. Each one provides beautiful image. Every one has been an upgrade in brightness, and so as my screen got bigger from 103-inch and then now I'm at 150-inch, I needed a brighter projector. JVC allows me to get a bright enough image that we get beautiful HDR content. It's absolutely breathtaking. And of course, it's native 4K. So we've got native 4K, but then we've also got the 8K E shift. And so we're taking that and upscaling it basically. We're taking that lower resolution, maybe even a 1080p image, and we're scaling that up to make a really beautiful, sharp image. But one of the biggest things that I've noticed, we've done side-by-side blind comparisons, and every single time my eyes have always been drawn to the JVC. Because one thing they do that nobody else in the industry can do is intense, deep black levels. It's incredible. And the other thing is having the ability to fill the screen with a lens memory. And so if you've got a CinemaScope screen like I do, sometimes we're watching 16:9 content, so we need to be able to fill that. Same thing, if you're watching 16:9 and then you switch to CinemaScope, JVC has that feature built in, so you don't need a video processor. We'll get free upgrades. And so they'll introduce a projector, I purchase it, but they'll introduce a firmware update. And so sometimes we'll get an enhanced version of their frame adapt technology. And so that's taking that HDR content, looking at it every single frame and optimizing that so that the bright lights from the sun aren't blown out. And these dark crevices in the movie, those black levels aren't crushed. And so I love the fact that JVC continues to innovate, to make their projectors better for the consumer, but then it works every single time. I don't have to worry about going into my theater room, turning it on, and having to troubleshoot it. The quality, the image quality, as well as just the build quality is absolutely superb.
Now, I'm also curious about what was your personal experience like when you were building out your home theater in finding JVC's product line, in working with them through that process and building out your theater, the specifications and customizations to your specific theater, and what did that installation process look like for you? How was that follow-up afterwards? Like, was it just a one and done deal? Clearly it wasn't, because you continued working with them.
Yeah.
So what was that entire, the meet cute moment, and then the actual experience of it and the follow-through afterwards?
Sure. So in my own personal home theater journey, building out my home theater started about 15 years ago when we bought our home. And I started out with just a budget projector. I always had JVC in mind, but at that time I couldn't afford it. And so as the funds began to become available, as I progressed in life and matured and sold off some debt, it freed up some money to be able to purchase a nicer native 4K image, native 4K projector. And so for me, having that JVC was always my goal. I always wanted that. But when I teach folks on my channel, I don't want to say that, but what I tell friends and relatives that want to go into this road of building a theater room in their home, figure out what you want. Find a pathway to that. That's just what I did. But I always knew that I wanted to end up with JVC. And so once I purchased that first JVC, I was able to experience for my own those deep dark blacks, the deep contrast, the high contrast that JVC provides, and just this natural, beautiful image. I didn't realize how lifelike a projector could be. I always thought it would just be really pixelated and kind of subpar to what I got in my living room, but I was incorrect. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's a big step up from a TV.
And what was that installation process like?
So for me, being a consumer, didn't have a ton of money, so I invited some friends over. And so we installed my dedicated theater room, and we installed the JVC. And so the great thing is they make it pretty easy. You buy a universal mount to be able to install it from the ceiling. When I upgraded from 103 to 150 inch, of course I needed a better JVC projector, so I got a brighter one, the NZ900. With that projector, I needed to back it up because I'm filling a bigger screen, has a longer throw distance. So I actually had to cut out a hole in my wall. Now the projector is mounted outside the room in a closet, and just like in a movie theater, when you look behind at the local cinema, you see it's behind a glass, and it's in a theater room. And so that's basically the way my setup is, but I just utilized and leaned on the expertise of some friends and family that were better at carpentry than I was, and tearing apart my home and allowing me to put it back together to have just a great experience in home theater in my own home.
Wonderful. And would you say that you would continue moving forward to, as JVC upgrades their product line, continue coming back again and again, and why is that?
Yeah, part of the reason why I've stayed with JVC is I actually have a relationship with them. I've become friends with a lot of the folks that are the heads of JVC, those that are behind the scenes, and not just marketing, but those that are passionate enthusiasts just like I am. And that relationship and that friendship, and hearing how passionate they are about their own products, means the world to me. Because it's not about selling and making a dollar, it's about pleasing the customer. And I know that JVC always is looking out for me as the consumer, because they want to make sure that I have the best experience possible in my own home theater. They're more than just a business. They see us as consumers as an extension of their family. They want to make sure that we're taken care of. They want to provide great products that are reliable, that are beautiful, that really create that cinematic experience in our own home. But I've had the pleasure over the past 7 years of meeting many people from JVC, and they've become personal friends because they're real people that are passionate and even obsessed with home theater. And I just love what they stand for, and I love that they're looking out for my best interest as a consumer. So my passion for home theater extends all the way back to the days of Dolby Pro Logic. Going through college, I wanted a laser disc player because I remember seeing Top Gun in the movie theater, thinking I want that experience in my home. And then when I got married, had to kind of convince the wife, hey baby, I want to put some speakers all in our living room. Is that okay? And so I began to build that out. I worked at Circuit City for a couple of years in the home theater department. And then later on in life, I started a YouTube channel in home theater. So I have followed and been just obsessed with this whole home theater since it kind of began. And so watching that evolution of, you know, watching a movie on a TV and seeing that now come to the big screen in my own home, that was super exciting for me as a consumer. So I just finished up filming. Patrick did an amazing job, of course. Patrick's real technical, but you guys know I'm not. I shared more of the story, the passion behind what I do. Patrick shares why JVC rocks, like the physical reason, the D-I-L-A, did I say it right?
Yeah.
You know,
Droid image light amplifier, Michael.
see, that stuff I don't know. And so I was nervous. I was thinking they were gonna ask me a lot of those questions, but he was just so gracious, man. He was so good at just asking what resonates with me, like why I love home theater, why I'm so passionate about having a projector versus a TV. It's a totally different experience, and why I chose JVC for my home theater. So it was just super cool. So in here, they're doing some B-roll, but they just lit up the fog machine. And so what they're doing is now, because of the fog machine, you can see in the front.
Well, you might close the door. Thank you.
You can see in the front, you got this cool effect right here. So when they're doing the B-roll, you get that nice cinematic look. Isn't that look cool? So these guys are doing an amazing job right here, capturing some B-roll.
You want more fog or is this good?
So this is just a beautiful home theater.
And action.
This Gabby's capturing some cool B-roll footage. Patrick and Jamie are up there.
I kind of wish that we
Of course, with B-roll footage, you can say whatever you want to during the scene.
after that.
She's just capturing
Oh, the
some footage to put right over.
It was like the whole top piece of
the A-roll.
I'm sure there's some image.
Alright, it's a little behind the scenes, so Gabby is adding some fog to the shoot. So what'll happen is when they walk across to turn on the JVC projector, we're gonna get this really cool beam of light. It's just gonna be really cinematic, great for the show. So we just finished wrapping up B-roll in this beautiful, ornate home theater. Now this is super high end. I filmed this home theater probably about at least 2 or 3 years ago. So at that time, this home theater was about $800,000. It's a Wisdom audio system, massive screen. I want to take you into another cool home theater space. This one has some really sweet lighting, but then check this out. Just fully hidden. So those of you that want that custom design look, but you don't want to see anything, everything's all hidden in here. So just a beautiful, beautiful space. Back here, I believe they have, I think it's like a 32-inch Ascendo sub, 32-inch over there. And then they've got the LCR behind the screen, acoustically transparent. Just incredibly well executed here at Atlanta Home Theater.
Sorry, we're getting a little out this one. Okay.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay. And action!
Gabby's capturing some more B-roll. Patrick and Jamie heading into the Atlanta Home Theater. Really incredible space. Perfect timing. Look there. Car's about to drive by. Boom. I love it, man.
She beat me to the door right
They're gonna pause your video and they're gonna be like, look at this guy.
As long as we got
But
the
then
Did you
again,
get that?
she'll
You
see,
pointed.
she'll see my boss taking charge.
That's true.
Did you
Yes.
see her point out? I was like, we're here.
That's my boss taking charge.
Well, I was like, oh,
Taking
gosh,
care
I
of her
opened- I opened
employees.
the
She's
door
taking care of you, Patrick. She wants to make sure, because this is all about you in the end.
She really
No,
does take care of all of us.
I'm always like, guess I'm always
We
ahead.
really do take care of everyone.
I know, I try to.
This has been fun. Super fun.
I feel like I...
guys, lunch.
Thank you.
Cheers.
It's from one of our favorite restaurants called Chronic Taco.
Look at this. Luana's got lunch prepared for us. Man, this looks spectacular. Thank you so much again. You guys have been such great hosts here at Atlanta Home Theater. I'm ready to eat.
To see the content.
It's gonna be fun. So we just finished filming for ViewPoint, Dennis Quaid. Super cool opportunity to tell JVC's story, to share my passion for home theater as well as the brand JVC. You guys, I know I love your products, what you stand for. I love the relationship that we have, but kind of just share with us like what your thoughts of this whole experience has been like.
I love the fact that part of it was JVC's story, and that's great. We work for JVC, we want that to happen. But I really love the fact that we could share the difference in home theater, right? And why people gather together and it become a family in a neighborhood. Or you talked earlier about all these people that do those home theater tours, and that's just a way of sharing their love for theater and being together.
Absolutely.
And it was so important during COVID. It seemed like they couldn't get out of the house.
Right.
It became such a big part of their life. The amount of people that have told me, "Oh, I don't know how I would have gotten over COVID if it wasn't for you guys. I had, my neighbors that I knew were healthy. They all came into the house, and it was our way of connecting." It was that kind of stuff, and what they do here at Atlanta Home Theater is fantastic.
Yeah, it's amazing location. I think honestly, just the opportunity to, like Patrick said, to share our story is amazing. Just to keep home theater in the forefront of everybody's lives, making memories. I know myself, I just upgraded my home theater. And put in a new screen and upgraded to the 900, the JVC 900.
Yes.
And our family uses it honestly every day, so it's amazing. And I've kids, and my husband's a big movie fan, so just having that experience and having, the togetherness, honestly, because I feel like we're all over the place with activities, and to bring us together in that, few hours a day, couple hours a day, is amazing. So
And we got to hang out with some cool people like Michael.
We did get to hang out with some cool
and
people,
Alex from Atlanta Home Theater.
Yes. So many cool people.
There's so many amazing people right here in Atlanta too.
And we're excited for the ViewPoint for all viewers to get to see it.
Yeah.
The whole story of JVC and our technology, and it's going to be exciting.
So we're pumped, guys. And
Yeah.
like I said, I'm just grateful for these folks that invited me to be a part of their story and their passion. And Patrick, he's a joke. We've been friends for, 4, 5, 6 years, and I just appreciate him so much. He's just such a kind gentleman. Jamie, of course, she has to keep him in line because
I do.
he's a hot mess. I'm going to tell you right now, both on camera and off camera. But a little bit more, Patrick. Come on.
You're right. It was worth it.
But we genuinely we have fun. That's what it's all about. It's about the relationships that we make along the way. The gear is cool. I love the gear. I love the projectors. I love the speakers. I love the subwoofers. But at the end of the day, if it's just you by yourself enjoying that, it's not as fun. So when you have the opportunity to hang out, to share that passion, to share that obsession with folks like Jamie and Patrick, with Alex and Luana and all the team here at Atlanta Home Theater, and those of you in your friend group and your families, man, that's what this is all about. And so hope you enjoyed this. This was kind of cool being able to fly up here, and a big thanks to JVC for making this happen, for flying me up here. And it's been a busy week, and I think I went to bed at, what was it? I got to the hotel at 12:45, went to bed at 1:45. I said, "Hey, what time are we meeting downstairs?" She's like, "How about 6:30 a.m.?" So, but it was cool. Yeah, I can sleep on the plane. Actually, I'll be editing this video on the plane, so I scratch that. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy the video. Take care. Have a great week. God bless. Catch you in the next video.